Good morning, Zodiac, and welcome. This is the 8th of September, doing the singles read, a collective read for whoever resonates here today. So, this is a daily read. I'm kind of trying to mix it up a little bit in terms of what I do. Sometimes I do the 4 pillars read, identify your person kind of directly. And one thing I've noticed, I'm banging the Lionsgate energy this year. It's extremely powerful. I'm 60 years old, a little bit more, and I don't think the world has ever seen energy like this now. I have a lot of hope for the future, which I have had no hope for a long time. I don't exactly have hope in humanity, but I have hope that we're getting some help here. The energetic cavalry is here. I'm feeling it. Light workers, arise. Get off your knees and roar. That's for me too. Let's see what we get for a forensic read. You know, I do this, I came to it because someone that had an issue with the death of a loved one, was quite old, and it had never been resolved. It was a suicide they felt, but it involved a drug overdose, and so it was a bit muddy, and really the concern was that someone had assisted the individual. So I went at it, and I think got an answer, and they felt like they got closure. So this forensic read is for closure. I'll also notice, if you watch the Soul Family read, it's a collective read for whoever resonates. So I kind of share myself in that read a little bit. Gonna build it over time as a daily read, kind of just Bessie Boy would go live. Please do like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, because then it'll be more fun to do that kind of thing live and interact, particularly Soul Family read. So we're going to try to look here with 4 cards and see what's unresolved, you know, what from the past in terms of love and relationships you didn't get emotional closure on, and you need it right now in order to move forward and manifest. Because a lot of times I start the singles read and say this is for super singles, totally singles, because I believe manifestation. This is also a manifestation read, so I'm going to focus on that always. And so what we're looking at here is we're trying to figure out what's blocking manifestation. If you're watching a singles read, then you haven't manifested yet. And this singles read, if you're totally single, it's a great place to be. It means you're wide open. Anything can happen. So, but I think in order to manifest, you have to release that old energy. There's just no other way. I mean, Spirit's going to look at you or feel you, and it's going to say, oh, well, you're still working on that. So, you know, your soulmate's still circling the airport. And you're just, where's my soulmate? And that's happened to me. As soon as you truly let go emotionally of that ex-person, resolve this, get closure emotionally on whatever it is, I mean, it can happen within hours, days, weeks. Boom, you get it. Sometimes you don't even make that connection, you know. It's pretty subtle, right? But it's real. If you believe manifestation, this is how it works. 2 of Pentacles. I'm going to have to use my beads. The wind just kicked up. Thank you, though. It's been kind of hot. 3 of Pentacles. So I'm still going to read this as your energy, kind of where you're at right now, how open you are to this. You're very open. This is someone who's very grounded. Pleasure to have you here. To me, when I see the 3 of Pentacles, the master craftsman, here in a love and relationship reading, showing where you're at in terms of love and relationship, you're someone who's done the work, the good work of the soul, the shadow work, okay? And you're grounded and in a really good place. And 3 is really great energy. You know, you're moving forward. You're banging on all cylinders here. Very, very nice energy to come into this with. And 3 of Wands. And this is what's crossing. Now I make a joke. If I was going to start an astrological dating site, and I won't because it sounds like a good idea, but if you know astrology, it's kind of not going to work. It could work if everyone knew their times and you had a large enough database, maybe. But then you're just straight up be doing Synastry. By the way, they have that on astroseek.com. They have a pretty good automated system. If you know your person's time particularly, you can put it in there and look at your Synastry and read about it. It's not bad, for an automated. It's free, guys, and it's kind of like a weird dating site, but the Three of Wands is the dating site card, looking for your ships to come in. But now this is in the blocking position, so what happens? It's reversed. Your ships are not coming in. It's just exactly like I said. Gotta say, I was right. The manifestation is hung up. And at this point, you're probably like, going why, because now you're looking, you don't see, with this in reverse and this blocking, that ship's not there. You're just looking at empty water, and you're kind of expecting it to be there. I like this card because this is the olden times. They didn't have phones and shit, right? So you really don't know exactly when that ship's coming in, and that's manifestation. I keep telling people, 8-8, Lionsgate, it's already done. The astral train has left the station in the 5D. The manifestation is over. It just hasn't appeared in the 3D yet because there's no time on the other side, This is your advice from Spirit. 7 of Swords. So this is about someone betraying you. I'm going to clarify this, try to get more clarity. But comes to mind that what's blocking you, because this is your advice from Spirit, and we're trying to get advice on what is emotional closure, why is the manifestation hung up, what is it that we can't release. This could be very subtle because you're a high-functioning individual. You're banging on all cylinders. You know what you're doing. You've been doing the good work. You know everything I'm talking about. But there's some little dig in there, and it's in your mind, and it's in your thoughts. Here with the 7 of Swords, and it's about lying, cheating, and stealing in the past. But what happens with the 7 of Swords is when someone lies and cheats and steals and all that, then we have strategic thinking. What is that? When we go into our next relationship, we're hyper worried and focused and obsessed over every little thing, a text, and maybe looking at their Facebook page and seeing and who's saying what on their posts, and going over every little word that they say and every little thing they don't say, and are they going to cheat on me like the last person? And this would be kind of with you guys. I get the feeling like it'd be pretty subtle. You might go, Dave, I don't know. I don't think I'm like that. It's hard not to be like that, particularly if it happened more than once. I know. Got the bottom of the deck, which I read heavily in this read. I will keep that to myself, but I really like it. It's going to bring this together. So definitely that's what's going on, guys. And you got to release this. I was saying in the Soul Family read, did the forensic read too. This is very specific, though, for you guys. It's about being betrayed in the past, and about having that insecurity in your mind. And a way that fucks with manifestation is, like they say, don't talk about what you don't want. That's very important. Never say, God, I don't want a cheater. Don't bring me a cheater, because it's like weird. It's like God has a hearing problem or something. And God goes, I'm sorry, oh, you want me to send you another cheater? Oh, that makes sense to me, because obviously you haven't worked out that issue of your self-worth and knowing that you're worth more than a cheater. So, I'm going to go ahead and send you another cheater so you can fix this, So instead say, God, send me someone who's true. Spirit, send me the one that's right for me. Because the last thing you want in a relationship is the 7 of Swords energy. It's just one of the worst, It's a intimacy killer, love killer. Take those swords and stab it in love. Look at this. And the outcome is the Ace of Swords. You know what? The Ace of Swords was in the other reading too. 5 cards, and this is a 78 card deck. But this is a reading about resolving this past issue, going back and looking and finding what's really hanging us up, what needs emotional closure. And we have the 7 of Swords being advice, and we have the Ace of Swords here being the outcome. This is a beautiful Ace of Swords, okay? This is the Gilded Tarot Royale deck. Look at the dove. This is a softer Ace of Swords than normal. I believe this is a new beginning for you. I think if you do this, it really frees you up. And this is about you making a declaration of some kind and making a statement. You don't have to say it to this person. You can just write it down and read it. I'd like to do it, either somehow make it public or have a witness, your friend, something like that, and make this statement. And it could be simply, I release you to your highest good. I release you to your highest good now, and I'm free of you. Thank you, Spirit. And I move forward, free of any worry of liars and cheaters and stealers, because I have tarot to help me. You have astrology to help you. If you don't know astrology yourself, you can get a time. I will help you. I'll tell you with the Synastry. You've done the work. You've grown. And here's the overall energy. We're looking at the Eight of Pentacles. I love these cards. These are two of the best cards in the deck. Personal cards. There's no major arcana here. So again, what that tells me, this is all about you. What that tells me, changing it is right in your hands. It's right here. And you are going to do it. You are going to do this. If you're watching this reading, tell me how you do it. I'm very interested. There's different ways to do this. But what you have to do in order to make this work is you have to get this thought out of your head and you have to make it real. And there's a number of ways to do that. You can sing about it. You can write it down, is what I do, is the easiest way. You can say it and give witness to someone else and make it real in that way. But it's going to be part of your work, dear, that you're doing. This is the good worker card. This is so positive. And it does mean that you have a little bit of work to do. I like the Ace of Swords as an outcome. We had the Ace of Wands, I think, yesterday. And this shows me this is going to be fast. Like I told you, if you do this, you may find like within hours or days, 3 days often becomes relevant in manifestation. There's probably a reason for that. It goes deep, but you may find this goes very fast once you do this, what I'm talking about here, guys. So let me know. I hope that resonates with you and helps you in some way. That's the intention, guys. Thank you very much.